What is up, guys? So the synopses for episode 12 of all the Arrowverse shows excluding Legends of Tomorrow were just released, meaning Arrow season 6 episode 12, The Flash season 4 episode 12, and Supergirl season 3 episode 12, all the synopses for those episodes. Legends of Tomorrow isn't in this because they're not releasing synopses for the reason that the season isn't starting until February. So they're not releasing any synopses for any of the episodes. And they released already 3 synopses for The Flash, Supergirl, and Arrow. So this video here will be focusing mainly on The Flash. It will be basically just The Flash, talking about the synopsis for Season 4, Episode 12 of The Flash. I will make a synopsis breakdown for Arrow and Supergirl, maybe even in the same video, depending on how long I can talk about those synopses for. But for The Flash, I was able to talk about the synopsis for over 10 minutes, which is more than enough for one video. So I separated those. I separated The Flash from Supergirl and Arrow, but I will make synopsis breakdown for those episode synopses as well. So with all that in mind, let's break down the synopsis of The Flash, which is titled The Flash Season 4 Episode 12, which is titled Honey, I Shrunk Team Flash, which is clearly a play on the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And the synopsis reads, The incredible shrinking man, a meta who can shrink anything he touches, battles Team Flash. Cisco and Ralph get caught in his crossfire and are shrunk to miniature versions of themselves. Cecile realizes her pregnancy has caused her to have temporary powers and discovers she can hear other people's thoughts, which unnerves Joe. Meanwhile, Barry meets someone with a mysterious connection to Henry Allen. So that's a lot to unravel. The first thing is that they meet a metahuman who can shrink anything he touches. I actually have no idea who this metahuman is. I looked up the guest starring for this episode and no one's there other than Cecile and also Ralph Dibny. So I honestly have no clue who this character is. He might just be a metahuman who wears a mask at all times with no actor, because there's nobody in the guest starring for this episode to be a villain. And also the incredible shrinking man is not somebody in the comics. When you look at it, we look that up in the comics, the Atom shows up. So this might not be a meta from the comics. It might be a completely original character who doesn't have an actor at all, or something like that. But the fact that Cisco and Ralph get caught in his crossfire and are shrunk to miniature versions of themselves kind of proves to me that this episode is continuing the fact that Barry Allen is on trial, or the trial lasts to at least this episode as well, because Barry Allen doesn't get caught up in the shrinking man meta, which means that because Vibe and the elongated man are fighting them alone, maybe also Killer Frost, we don't know yet. But so that proves to me that this is still a part of the trial of the Flash storyline, which is pretty cool. It's lasting for more than one episode, more than 2 episodes, for 3 episodes at least, I'm assuming, because of this beginning of the synopsis. But the fact that they're gonna be shrunk to miniature versions of themselves it's a fun concept, but like it's nothing special. I mean, they do it on Legends of Tomorrow all the time with the Atom. I mean, not all the time. Like, he doesn't shrink that often, but when he does, it's pretty cool. So I guess this is gonna be fun. And then we get to the really, really weird part of the synopsis, which is Cecile realizes her pregnancy has caused her to have temporary powers and discovers she can hear other people's thoughts, which unnerves Joe. Which it definitely should unnerve Joe, because that doesn't make any sense. How could a pregnancy make her a temporary metahuman? That doesn't add up, unless if Joe is a metahuman and he got metahuman powers during the particle accelerated explosion. And his power is that he can make other people pregnant by making other people metahumans by making them pregnant. That's a very specific power, but that's the only way I could think of that a pregnancy could make Cecile have temporary powers, unless if her baby is also a metahuman somehow, and that metahuman is giving her powers. It doesn't really make any sense. The fact that because she's pregnant, she has temporary powers doesn't make any sense, and it should definitely unnerve Joe. And then the synopsis ends with, meanwhile, Barry meets someone with a mysterious connection to Henry Allen. So that character may be a couple people. The first one is that it's the same person as the waitress that we met during the Supergirl part of the crossover during the wedding of Iris and Barry. We met this waitress that everybody expected her to be Thawne Allen, or the speedster, the female speedster from the future, from the 31st century. But she can literally be anyone. So it's also possible that she has this mysterious connection to Henry Allen, just like the synopsis says. And this might be the episode where we find out who she is, because she hasn't been in any of the synopsises of episode 10 or 11. So it's possible that we finally find out who she is in episode 12. But another character who I think it's very possible that this is Cobalt Blue. Cobalt Blue is the son of Henry Allen and Nora Allen. He's Barry Allen's full, not step or half brother. He's his full brother. His name is Malcolm Thawne, and he's the son of Henry Allen, which would make the connection, the mysterious connection to Henry Allen, very real. The reason I think that it might be Cobalt Blue is because he's really the only character I could think of that has a mysterious connection to Henry Allen. There's really nobody else. Although it would probably say Nora Allen if he was, it would probably say mysterious connection to Henry and Nora Allen. But they might change it up a bit. Maybe he's going to be like a son of Henry Allen and not Nora Allen. Maybe he will be Barry's half-brother in this, which I think is very possible. But that's basically my theory about who this this person with a mysterious connection to Henry Allen is. I think it's Cobalt Blue, aka Malcolm Thawne. Now, his name probably won't be Malcolm Thawne, because his role of being the ancestor of Reverse Flash and all the Thawnes was taken up by Eddie Thawne. He's basically the same character, except he's not Barry Allen's brother, so they might mish and mash here and there and name him like Malcolm Allen or something like that. If his name is Malcolm Allen, that would be pretty cool. Malcolm Allen, aka Cobalt Blue. He can even become the main villain of Season 5, which would be pretty awesome. If he was the main villain of Season 5, if they are setting him up from this episode, from episode 12 to be the main villain of Season 5, that would be pretty cool, and then Godspeed could be the main villain of Season 6. Now, he is a speedster, but he has other powers that can distinguish him from the other speedsters. Like, he has this blue flame energy access. He has, like, he has something that could definitely make him differentiate from all the other speedsters. Like what I just said, he says energy projection, energy construct creation. He has other abilities that can distinguish him from the other speedsters. So I think he would honestly be a pretty great speedster. I mean, main villain of a season. So that's basically my theory about who I think this mysterious character with a connection to Henry Allen is. I think it's Henry Allen's long-lost son, and probably also like son with a different woman, not Nora Allen. So Cobalt Blue is basically the only comic book character that I think this guy with a mysterious connection to Henry Allen can be. But the character can also be anybody else. It could be another long-lost relative like Henry's brother, so Barry's uncle, or maybe Henry's father, meaning Barry's grandfather, or something like that. Or it could be a prison buddy that owes Henry a favor for some reason, and since Henry's dead, he's doing that through Barry, helping him out with this trial, or helping him out through prison. Maybe Barry actually meets him in prison, because Barry will go to prison. He will go to prison. He will be found guilty, because we saw in The Flash, in the season finale of Season 1, that he is in prison, which means that he will go to prison. So maybe he meets this the character with a mysterious connection to Henry Allen in prison, and this character used to be friends with Henry Allen and owes him something. He feels like he owes him a debt or something, and is paying that through Barry, it's an interesting concept, which is probably what's going to happen, but I think it would be much cooler if this character was Cobalt Blue and they set him up to be the main villain of Season 5. That would be honestly amazing, but it's most likely going to be that here in episode 3, Barry is in prison and he meets Henry's old prison buddy that helps him out, then they become friends or something like that. So that's the breakdown for The Flash Season 4 Episode 12, titled Honey, I Shrunk Team Flash. This episode looks to be, at first the synopsis looks to be just pure fun, and then it's just really weird with the Cecile pregnancy thing, and then it looks to be pretty interesting and intriguing with the character with a mysterious connection to Henry Allen's thing. So this episode looks to be all over the place in terms of tone and things that I'm excited for, but it would be awesome if this character turned out to be Cobalt Blue. That would probably save the episode from being just weird fun, because the first part looks really fun, the second part looks really weird, but the third part looks very intriguing, and especially intriguing if it turns out that this character is Cobalt Blue. But let me know what you thought about the synopsis in the comments down below, and also let me know who you think this mysterious character with a connection to Henry Allen will be in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.